Hey people, what's going on? This is Mike. Today I'm going to be talking about the German job seeker visa. I can imagine many of you must have been hearing about the German job seeker visa or job seeker visa. What does that mean? So today I'm going to be telling you about the German job seeker visa. First, the eligibility, who qualifies to apply for this kind of visa, the document or the requirements to apply for this type of visa, and then every other thing that you need to know. So the German job seeker visa, also known in German as Aufenthaltserlaubnis zur Arbeitsplatzsuche. It simply means residence permit that allows you to search for a job. What this means is from your home country, wherever you are right now, if you meet the eligibility criteria, you can apply for a long-term residence, come to Germany, search for a job, apply or attend job interviews, and you are also eligible to work part-time. Now, this visa is given to you for up to 6 months in the hope that you will get a job placement within this time. Interestingly, if you're watching this video and you are already living in Germany or you hold a degree from a German higher institution, you also qualify to apply for this job seeker visa. Essentially, this will extend your stay in Germany and allows you to look for a job and also, of course, do mini jobs or part-time jobs. Now, first thing first, what are the requirements? Who qualifies to apply for this kind of visa? First and foremost, you need to have a degree, a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. Now, the next thing is you have some relevant work experience, especially for those who are outside Germany. Remember, this is a visa type that allows non-EU citizens to come to Germany and get a job. The third main requirement is that you have sufficient means of sustenance, that you can sustain yourself financially. The German government does always want to ensure that in as much as they are giving foreigners or international students potential expatriate opportunity to live or come into the country, they want to be sure that you have enough means to take care of yourself. Now, let's get into the precise requirement. As with any type of visa, the first thing that you need to do is secure a visa appointment. A lot of people applying for this visa and other types of visa. The German embassy in many countries is usually overbooked. So the earlier you secure a visa appointment, the better for you. So what do? Locate the closest German embassy or consulate to you, your country, wherever you are, and book an appointment. So once this is done, then you can gather all the documents needed. I'm saying this because sometimes it takes several months before you can even secure an appointment. So the earlier you do this, the better. Now, the next thing is, what are the documents needed? You need the application form, which you can download from the consulate or the German embassy in your country. So usually you would find this under the VDEX online. And now let's get to more specific requirements. You need a passport. Your passport must have at least 2 empty pages and should also be valid for up to 3 months after your intended stay. Now remember, this job seeker visa allows you to live in Germany up to 6 months. So that means ideally your passport should be valid for at least 9 months. If you have up to 12 months, that's preferable. And also, this passport should not have been issued after 10 years, so it should be issued less than 10 years. The next requirement is also a passport photograph. Different German embassy in different countries, they probably have the biometric requirements, so be sure to pay attention to these details. The next thing, which is also very important, actually it's like one of the major requirements, is your university degree or certificate. A bachelor's degree or a master's degree. Very important is that you have to be sure that your degree from your home country is accepted in Germany. Now there are 2 ways that you can do this. First thing is to check the ANABIN website, ANABIN website. So you can check this to see if your bachelor's or master's degree from your home country or whatever qualification that you have, it's equivalent to an accepted degree in Germany. So usually from this ANABIN website, when you check this, you find that information, you can take a screenshot. I think this may suffice for a proof of the equivalence of your degree. Alternatively, you can get a certificate of comparison from the ZAB website, the Zentralstelle für ausländische Bildungswissen. The link to it is down below, so be sure to check it. I would recommend you use the ANABIN because that's most likely free. The other one, ZAB, you may have to pay for it because they will offer you a certificate. So whichever one you choose to do is up to you. The next thing, it's very important, I mentioned it earlier, that you have enough means to sustain yourself while living in Germany. Now there are at least 3 ways that you can prove this, and this part is very vital. So one of the ways is a blocked account. Now this is like standard. A blocked account simply means that you open a German bank account in Germany under your name and you deposit the required amount. As of today, the amount is around 11,000 euros the last time I checked. The German government have calculated that for your normal stay or monthly expenses, you need about 900 euros. Now you want to multiply that by 12. So it's currently around 11k. So this money is deposited in a German bank account under your name. You only will have access to this money when you arrive arrive Germany. The alternative would be a statement of account, that you provide a statement of account under your name, your bank account from your home country, and the bank statement shows how much you currently have. Very importantly, that it also shows the date when that statement is made. So the bank statement showing your balance and also the date when that balance is taken. Now this may suffice. The final evidence for your financial competence is a sponsorship letter or a declaration letter. In German it's called Verpflichtungserklärung. It simply means someone declares to be financially responsible for you, that will take care of all your finances during your stay in Germany. Usually you need someone who resides in Germany, they're working, they're earning up to a certain amount of money, and they can get this for you. Now, this Verpflichtungserklärung is very important that you talk to whoever is going to get this for you, so they don't waste their time. One thing I can tell you is that the Foreign Office in Germany may give this sponsorship letter or declaration of responsibility to whoever you ask, but it does not necessarily mean that the German embassy in your country will offer you the visa. So it's important that you look for someone who has a good job, a decent job, earns enough money, and does not have a lot of expenses, because they may ask for the bank statement of this person, whoever is going to do that for you. In any case, my recommendation would be, if you can afford the blocked account, then this would be like the best way to go. The alternative, or the next that I would recommend, would be the Verpflichtungserklärung, declaration of responsibility before the statement of account. Statement of account, the issue with that is this is from a foreign bank statement. German government, they like to do things within their country. Now the next thing, which is also very important, is cover letter. Now I need you to pay attention to this part, because this is where you sell yourself to whoever is going to interview you or whoever is going to be reading this cover letter. Now think about it as though you are applying for a job, or think about it as though you were the interviewer. Now what do you expect to see in this letter? Someone says they are coming to Germany to search for a job, to work. They claim to have the relevant work experience. They are hoping that within 6 months they will get a job in Germany and extend their stay. Now what are the things that you expect or imagine? Now ideally, if I were the person interviewing you, I would imagine that you've already started making some plans in this direction, and that means you know which part of Germany you want to stay, you know the industry that you're targeting. Best would be that you already have some relevant work experience from your home country before making this move. And then very importantly is that you have a solid plan. Should you not get the job seeker visa, that's not what I wish for you, but should you not get it, what are you going to do? What plans do you have? How are you going to go back to your home country? Let me recap. This part is very important. You want to make sure that you have the relevant job or work experience. You have already started contacting companies in Germany. Ideally, you may already have been scheduled for some interviews. It does not have to be, but if this happens, then it's great. Best, of course, would be that you have contacted some potential employers. There's some kind of interactions going on, emails been exchanged and all that. And then finally, that you already have plans, should you not get this visa, what to do. Other things that you also have to think about is, where are you going to stay during this time in Germany? If you're a smart person, I would also encourage you to already begin to learn some basic German. This would also help you and give you an upper hand. The cover letter is very important. Be sure to have someone working in Germany review the cover letter for you. If you want me to do that, I'm very happy to do it. Just let me know in the comment below. The next thing also, of course, is a CV. It's important for you to know that there's a style of writing your CV when it comes to applying for jobs in Germany. And also the field of application or the field of interest also matters. People within the IT sector, biotechnology, engineering, and so on, I do believe they have some tiny differences on how the CV is, being written. Down below in the comments, there's a link to a template of a CV that you can check and use that as a foundation to make your. I'm going to put copies of CV templates for IT jobs if you're applying for jobs within the life science biotechnology space. If you're applying to jobs within the engineering space, I'll put templates of CV there in that link so you can just download and look them up very quickly. It's important that you keep this in mind. Every potential employer, they don't want to spend more than a minute, more than 60 seconds reviewing your CV. I'm saying 60 seconds because they don't want to spend so much time. The next thing is your health insurance. This is very important. Now, there are at least 3 important things or 3 basic things that the type of health coverage that you have needs to include. Now, the first one is that it covers you for at least 6 months. The second is that the worth of that health cover can cover medical expenses up to 30,000 euros. And then the third part is that should there be need for you to be repatriated back to your home country, that this health insurance also covers it. Now, think about that carefully and select a health insurance that is also accepted in Germany. 2 final things, I already mentioned these in the cover letter. Evidence that you have started applying for jobs. You have to show this. If you have it, screenshots of emails, conversations, whatever you've done before, you have to show this. fees. Last but not the least is the application fee. Currently, the application fee in most German embassy is around 75 euros. You will have to pay this in the local currency in your country. Everything I said here is a summary of the whole process. There is a detailed article that I've also put the link down below that I need you to go and read. Everything I've mentioned here is listed, and I've also talked about them in more details. So cut a long story short, if you are outside Europe, outside the EU, and you want to come to Germany and seek for a job, this is an ideal thing to do. There are multiple ways for you to move abroad, and this is one of the ways. In my opinion, it wouldn't cost you a lot. It would cost you time and then $75.